Jones here. Busker Flow.
I met you in the club in Atlanta, Georgia. Said me and my homeboy were coming out with an album. You looked at me like, yeah, right, but you gave me your number anyway. You house about them oranges. Moved away from home to school with big plans. By day, study the history of music. By night, just to pay for that. You to get your was a mission impossible. We were both the same age, but I suppose wasn't on the same page, but in the same book of life. So I'd page you when I felt that you were getting off of work, or either when you're on your way to school. We started hanging like Ernie and Bert, and in my idle head I'm thinking cool. Just when I think I'm now, the events that followed had me volley if your hometown would be heaven. The angelic nastiness you possessed made you by far the best, therefore hard to tell. You dropped me off by the dungeon, never came in, but I knew that you were wondering, now are these in this house up to something so they could function? Well, yes and no. Yes, we were selling it, but no, it wasn't. Cook it in the basement, then move it at a show, then grab the microphone and everybody yelled ho. Meanwhile, the video starts playing. BET, college radio in a van, packed full of with a in their hand and one in their ear. You know what I'm saying, but I kept your number in my old phone. Got a new chip flip with the wrong. So it took me a minute to retrieve 7 digits, but I promised I would call you when I got home. But when I got home, I never did. By the time I did, heard that you had a kid by some indicator who replied, see you later, when he got the good news. That's life. Now I'm 19 with a Cadillac, had a Lex with the gold pack. Got a plaque, but I'm living with my pop. So I got a and a low jack. You're kinda fast for that fella in class who used to draw and never said much, cause half of what he saw was so far from that place you wanna be. That words only more, follow me. Are you starting to gather what I'm getting at? Now if I'm losing you, tell me, then I double back. But keep in mind at the time, keep it real was the phrase. Silly when said now, but those were the days when spring break and Daytona and freak Nicks made you wanna drop out of college and never go back. Move to the south, but that ain't a Kodak moment. On went myself and Big Boy, well you knew a Miss Twan. That's right, you were around before begun. Well, Twan had a daughter and Salter was made to mature before the first tour. We hit the road like Jack, laughed and cried and dropped it back with some girls used to say, y'all talk funny, y'all from the islands? And got laughing, they just keep smiling. No, I'm from Atlanta, baby. He from Savannah, maybe. We should and get and then hey, we gotta go because the bus is pulling out in 30 minutes. She's playing tennis, disturbing the tenants. 15 love, fit like glove. Description is like 15 doves in a jacuzzi, catching the Holy Ghost, making one. Agree? Enough about me, how's about you? How's the little kid? She was about 2 the last time we spoke. I had cause I'd start the second album off on another note now. That note threw some the off, but see I'd ball out, and for I'd fall out, I slow my lack down to a nice speed. The brain was that fried egg I might need. New direction was apparent. I was a child looking at the floor staring. So changing my style was like relief for the primitive beast. Yes, I was on the rise. Yeast was the street to make bread. Never primary concern. Just to hop on these beats and wait my turn. I'd meet Muslims, Rastas and macaroni. Imposters. So on a trip to New York on some beeswax, I get invited to a club where MC's at, and on stage is a singer with something on her head similar to the turban that I covered up my dreads with, which I was rocking at the time when I was going through them phases, trying to find anything that seemed real in the world. Still searching, but I started liking this girl. Now you know her as Erica on and on Badu. Call Tyrone on the phone. Why you do that girl like that, boy? You ought to be ashamed. The song wasn't about me, and that ain't my name. We're young in love, in short, we had fun. No regrets, no had a son.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We're glad you can join us. We're at the home of the Jazz here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And, of course, Darius Garland. He's a big ticket to foul. They'll go without him, though.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
GA with their fourth title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an All-NBA team.
Butler on the way. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
That's his first.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is working.
And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity, perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Well, the defense slow to react. Jimmy Butler just takes advantage. Nice finish.
James outside. And James throws it down hard.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I had a chance to catch up with Utah's head coach. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Thanks, David. And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the three-pointer by Utah. Outside for Simmons. Here's Ayton. James trying to free himself up. Oladipo outside. Second chance shot. Simmons. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
My goodness, defense was there, but Ben Simmons makes that finish look easy.
Outside Butler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. It's stolen by Banchero. Outside Butler. Here's Ivy. Oh, good on the three. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
That one falls.
Boy, Ben Simmons, because of his size, inside, he is a dangerous force.
To the middle. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Simmons. And good that time. Simmons got 6 points. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Jacks up a three. Hands it from downtown.
Boy, this is huge for Butler's confidence. If the perimeter game with range is working, it is very difficult to deal with this guy.
Williams with the block. Outside Butler. The kick out to Williams. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Butler on the wing. And stolen by James. Driving the lane. Kept alive. Ayton. The kick out to LeBron. And he slams it down right on top of Robert Williams.
Emphatic, tenacious finish by LeBron James. The king is in the house.
Williams gets the bucket.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
At the top of the key, Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
You can tell Simmons is a guy who, from the moment he picked up a basketball, has been a point guard by nature.
Outside Butler. Nice move. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Williams. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Jimmy Butler has been on display for Utah. He notched 8 points. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Utah.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow of the game.
And some might go as far, Greg, is saying Golden State's defense is underrated.
It is kind of overlooked at times, and their shooting is so exceptional it hides everything else, like how they can dominate the glass defensively.
Utah leading by 3. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Lock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Here's Drummond. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Boy, that takes a lot of force to finish through that kind of contact. Drummond able to do so, though.
Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, Jordy. Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
Now, here's Craig. Shot clock at 6. Here's Nembhard. Doesn't go for him. So it's the Warriors now. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. The kick out to Brown. Craig sets a screen. Launches it. It's Drummond with the rebound. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Back to Simmons. Good, and the assist goes to James. Simmons got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Back to Brown. Here's Nembhard. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Nembhard's got it all tied up now for Utah. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. In the corner, Drummond with it. No good on the triple. And here's Utah. And stolen by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Outside, Jones. And to watch NBA offense when the ball is hopping, I think you'd agree, it is beautiful. The precision, the grace, the timing. How much of that, Doris, is just making the simple pass?
I think the best basketball is played when players think, what is the next right play? And so often, Kevin, that is simply moving the basketball. On the catch, you're in triple threat position. But as soon as you don't have anything, move it to the next guy. So I couldn't agree more. Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Brown feeling out a bit. And there's the drive. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And the Warriors making a change here. And Doris, one of the Jazz games you called last year was pretty special. It was the first all-female broadcast team in NBA history.
And one of the best parts for me, Kev, was there were a variety of women in roles that will never be seen on the camera. So tape, graphics, audio, operations, each and every one of them, just like the 3 broadcasters who were calling the game, have been in their position at some point where the only person in the room was of your gender, just like yourself. So it's unique that the entire broadcast was filled with very capable women. It was such an honor to be a part of.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Edwards got 4 points this quarter.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Here's Jackson. Craig pulls it in.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Here's Jones. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 18 seconds left from the first half of basketball. Here's Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Robert Williams.
We know Reggie Jackson has the quickness to get inside and the toughness to make a play, folks.
Jackson hits both of them.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line.
That was worth the price of admission.
Well, a little show and tell from the butler, Jimmy, giving the fans their money's worth.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors ahead, ending the second quarter on a 14-6 run. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. And it's worked for him. DA, thanks. Here's James. It's good. And it's 6 points for LeBron.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Well, when KD asked out, you knew the Nets would get a king's ransom. Perhaps the biggest star trade we've seen in decades. But with KD on this team, they are right in the thick of it as far as contender.
At 6'11", this guy is very difficult to get a quality contest. Ben Simmons does a nice job drawing contact.
And Simmons is an asset in so many ways. Maybe most of all, his defense.
Well, unequivocally, Greg, this guy can guard 1 through 4. And I'm going to say because of the length and the strength he has, in a pinch, he could also guard most 5s. He's terrific on the defensive glass, and he can put a ton of pressure on you in his transition game. Like, this guy is a special talent.
Good, and the assist goes to James. Simmons got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Back to Butler. Pass to Alvarado. Now Butler. 6 to shoot. And here's Ivy from past the arc. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Here's Ivy. Outside Butler. Pass to Banchero. It's stolen by Oladipo. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Banchero. And stolen by Ayton. To the inside. And Simmons slams it in.
Ben Simmons playing fearlessly and getting to all the spots on the floor he's comfortable in.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Over Ayton. Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Here's Oladipo. Banked in off the glass. Oladipo's got his first basket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
There's a screen by Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Now, Jimmy Butler clearly thrives in an environment that lives and breathes and embraces toughness.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Outside Butler. To the left side wing. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Williams uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Alvarado. Back to Butler. Over Oladipo. And it's Butler missing.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Over in the corner, Banchero. Just 5 on the clock. The kick outside to Butler. Simmons pulls it in. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
When you consider how far into his career LeBron is, the fact that he is still a force and that he is as versatile and fearless as he has ever been is nothing short of remarkable, guys.
Here's Murphy, and as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back.
29.
Warriors ahead.
The Warriors, 44.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Warriors leading by 15. Pass to Drummond. Nice move. And Drummond throws it down.
Boy, how about the quick elevation by Andre Drummond? Doesn't miss an opportunity when it's that easy.
Now Jones. The kick out to Brown. Lets it go with the 3. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now the Warriors moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. And he overshot that one, missing. Jazz trailed by 17. Pass to Craig. From outside the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Craig's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Jackson. Out to the right wing. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
That's just heads-up basketball, and Jackson scanning the floor, spots the ready shooter. Nicely done.
Pass to Nembhard. Craig sets a screen. From deep. And Utah, another 3.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Here's Jackson. Here's Drummond. Over Clark. Some solid defense from Clark.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Pass to Craig. Here's Nembhard. He's covered by Gay. No good that time. The Warriors go the other way.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And it's Butler missing. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Warriors. 15-point game. It's Oladipo on the wing. Pass to Simmons. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Now, here's Ivy. Outside Butler. It's stolen by Oladipo. Pass to James. And James throws it down.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Outside Butler. Pass to Banchero. And here's Ivey. Takes the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
To stop the run. And it's Banchero missing. James looking around. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in.
Told every time that you touch my wrist, I'm the greatest. Can't f with this. My pull up in them Chevys and Beamers. We all young and rich, you can't check my demeanor. I just bought a Birkin for my Aunt Regina. I've been getting money since I was a senior, but last year I made $7 million. Didn't have to do a single show. Should I tune my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey. That's the perks you get from being super dope. I be feeling like it's me against the world, but I can give a f who my opponent is. Asking why I dropped the YBN, I had no other choices. We ain't on it. And all that janky, I'm not condoning it. With a couple, I got a bone to pick. I'm on some movement, y'all on some moment. But I'll be here forever, y'all can go and quit. We had bad, then a new Bentley. Just re-up from that new stimmy. My brother counting them blue Benjis. Only feel good with my crew with me. Like, whoa, they tried to question my character. Young Richard Blake. We some world, we don't fit the criteria. Don't like your vibe, not allowed in my area. I entered this game and I came here to change it. Speak my beliefs, now they calling me dangerous. Taking the throne and I'm gonna maintain it. I gotta go down as just one of the greats. So anybody got a problem with me, can't fake kick it. Your politicking, I ain't worried about it. I know God is with me. Your peace of mind is worth $1.50. But last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do a single show. Should I tune my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey. That's the perks you get from being super dope. hands up.